Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
Murphy and I are about to go away for the weekend, like right after this. We're about to get away for a couple of days with some friends. Murphy is so funny when he packs, Sam. Mm-hmm. You don't realize that you have this. You're just funny when you pack. You know, you're a very verbal packer.
Was I verbal again when I was packing for this?
I'm as in he says what he's packing,
yes,
or I'm going to probably need this for this.
Yes, and sometimes I'm like, I don't even know if you're talking to me or you're just verbalizing it because that helps you organize. It's very important, especially for someone like Murphy. You have insulin to consider. You have a lot of things. You need the sensors for the, it's not just like throwing a bathing suit in a, thing.
Yeah,
and going
I know.
away
I
for
wish
the
I
weekend.
could.
I wish too, but
type 1 diabetes winds up being the ball and chain.
But there's so many things to say here about it. About a year ago is when you discovered packing cubes, and that's the big excitement.
I love that. Well, Jodi started that, and then our friend Jeremy here was like going on. He's like, yeah. And they are the thing.
They are because I know you don't believe it, Sam. We're going to have to give him packing cubes, and so he understands.
Save your money.
You can condense stuff in it.
Okay.
You put all of the. Let's say you're going on a 3-day trip, and you're gonna pack 6 shirts. You put all of the shirts in one cube, and you can compact that thing down. You can't believe it that you can fit 6 cubes in a small little square. You can't believe it. And
it's just
organized.
about traveling lighter,
It's
you
organized.
shouldn't put a mental block just because you think, see, you're assuming it without trying it. That's
It's
a dangerous thing to do.
Well, it's not dangerous.
It's not. No, it's not dangerous, right? But because Jodi's right, what I fit in my suitcase for this trip,
Unbelievable.
it would not have fit. No matter
Without
how
the
tightly
cube.
I would have rolled it, no matter anything. It literally, now it weighs a bunch, but it's condensed everything. And now I've got 2 pouches. When we get to where we're going, those 2 pouches are out and I'm done. I'm not unpacking a bazillion different pieces of anything.
So
it's
here's
handy.
what I don't know.
So, props to Jodi and Jeremy on this.
I heard this is going to be for the day and this will be for dinner that night. And you were kind of counting down your outfits, which is a smart way to pack. I always pack too many. Like we're going for 3 days. I'm packing for 7 days. It's ridiculous.
How many extra underwear do you bring?
2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I do too. For a mishap.
Well, just does it need to be? Do we need to go into why? Just
bring them. It's assumed there's going to be a mishap.
It's not assumed.
Well, I mean, a mishap. You got wet and at a water park.
Right, exactly. That's
like
what I mean. Right, exactly. It doesn't have to be a.
You're bringing them just in case.
Here's what I want to know. Let's go back to the packing cubes. Here's what I want to know, Murphy, because I know how I do my cubes. How do you do your cubes? One outfit a day or just shirts in a cube, pants in a cube? Like how many? How do you break it? Because you can break it up per day.
Yeah, my little cube, I'm not going to get that fancy. That's where I would agree with Sam. It gets complicated that way. I don't need that. If I'm going to individually wrap my clothes.
No.
Ziplocs for that.
But no,
Well, I'll tell you how I did mine. I don't think it's complicated.
My little cube that is enough for the little cube, which
What's in it?
Right, and I'm trying to give you the size first, so you know. Right, it's a little bit bigger than the palm of your hand, might be a foot tall.
What's in it?
I'm explaining it. It's got 4 pairs of socks and it's got 5 pairs of underwear. And they're condensed in that one little space. And it's got 2 zippers, the one that you close and then the one that you zip that compresses everything down and flattens it.
Okay.
And so that's one. And then the other one is T-shirts and shorts. And then my collared shirts and all that are going to be different. They're not in a packing cube.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
I sort of did the same. Okay?
Let me go over this again. So in the little cube.
In my small cube, I have what to sleep in, bras and underwear.
Okay.
Okay. It's a light little cube. And then my other normal size cubes, one of them is the casual day wear. Like we're hitting, we're going to be doing a lot of walking. It's going to be hot, all that casual day wear. Shorts and tops and little skirt. I brought whatever, a t-shirt dress, some extras. And then my other cube is the nicer stuff that I, for dinners at night. Mm-hmm. If we do separate dinners at night, you got to bring that. So I basically just have 3 cubes, and I'm also, packing the little travel steamer and things like that. But it's just funny. Packing with Murphy is always funny. I'm a silent. I think everything through. I could pack completely quiet for the whole, night before a trip, and you verbally work out everything, but it's good because we talk about it, like I don't think we'll go to dinner that night, but bring something in case.
Yeah, well, I talk about those things with you because I want your advice on it, but am I talking to myself as I'm packing
Both.
too? Really?
Both. Sometimes I feel like I can tell when you're telling me or when you're just going, okay, Saturday night blank. I can tell.
Do you, when you're figuring out your outfits, do you put them together like, okay, this shirt with these shorts?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I even try them on sometimes just to make sure it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Make sure the shoes are, because I'm trying to not bring as many shoes. I used to bring a separate bag for shoes. That's ridiculous, The other thing I've figured out, I have a couple, and this, a lot of women have this jewelry container that you carry for packing. And the one I have is a big round. You can open it up, you can roll it out. It's kind of big, but it'll hold bracelets and necklaces and earrings and all this great stuff, and it's awesome. But I saw a hack online, and it's like such a brilliant idea, and it's for one of the little pill cases. Yeah. The little pill cases that you can put into its own little soft container.
Yeah.
It has 14 little compartments that snap closed.
Oh, yeah.
7 days morning, I guess, is why there's two, and then 7 days
AM,
the
PM.
night, AM, PM. So it's a very small thing. But I've got earrings in it. I've got necklaces in it. I've got all kinds of stuff in
that's
there.
actually smart because it keeps things from tangling because you separate them.
Exactly.
Wow, that's a cool idea.
So I've really compacted that. I'm not taking my bigger jewelry travel case because it's a little bit bigger than I need for a weekend getaway.
See, mine is actually just holding vitamins. That's what it does, right? by
what
day.
It's used for.
Right, exactly.
Anyway.
The other thing I'll tell you about the packing cubes that helps me is it actually does categorize. It's weird. I mean, I've got my checklist and all that kind of stuff, but once it's categorized, I can look back at my suitcase and know, here are my big three. I know that I'm covered now. Instead of actually, because by the time you pack a suitcase individually, if you're going to check something, you're going to have to lift the layers back up. You know what I'm saying? And with this, you don't, have to do it. We're not trying to sell you on packing cubes, Sam, but I'm going to tell you. But there are two things that just blow me away. One of them is you gain a lot of space back in your suitcase. You would be surprised at how much space you gain back because you're compressing your clothes down into something. And then just the ease of when you get where you're going, they can go in the drawer like that if you want to, or you can take them out.
That's what I was going to say.
But then when you're repacking your suitcase to go back, you're not having to rethink, did I put this here? Did I take a picture? Blah, 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 blah. You're again condensing things back, and it's great for the dirty clothes. So you've got a lot of built-in
for just dirty
benefits, right? But to me, it's the space part that's like, wow, I've got room for two more things now.
It's ironic to me knowing you, Sam, Mr. Organization. Your junk drawer probably has categories, but that you won't.
I have certain junk drawers for certain things.
Yeah, there you go then. That you wouldn't want it. But it's so funny. One of my favorite things about using packing cubes is when you get where you're going. I can't stand living out of a suitcase even for 2 days. I can't stand it. So I take the cubes and put them in the drawer. And I put the suitcase in the closet so I don't have to feel like I'm living out of a suitcase. And I leave them in the cubes, and I just pull the drawer out, and I was like, this is my casual cube.
Yeah.
This is my dinner out cube.
Yeah, me too.
Love it.
Me too. It's a lot easier. And I'm always afraid that I'm going to forget something when I leave a hotel or an Airbnb or something like that. And again, the packing cube, if you're doing that, you're not likely to forget it because everything's in that one space. It's not like I took half my clothes out, the other in the drawer, and these are dirty and coming back. Everything, gets reorganized again.
Sweet.
I'm surprised. I'm so excited about it. And now I own too many of them, actually, Sam. So if you want to borrow a couple,
that's quite all right.
He obviously doesn't.
Honestly, what would make me get packing cubes if I needed them in my head. The way I pack now, it's not a problem. To me, it's not a problem, so there's no reason for me to look for a solution. Yeah, there's no reason for me to try this or do that. It's like what I do works for me.
Yeah.
Whether it's rolling up or folding or, because I do different things.
Right.
But it's working for me, and I haven't hit that point yet where it's like, I got to come up with a better system.
No, and I didn't think I needed a better system either.
I didn't either. Yeah, that's right.
I didn't think I needed a system,
right.
but
well, that's what I'm saying. You've got to be open to new ideas. Status quo is status quo. That's what you're doing. You're doing things the way you've always done them until you try something different you don't know. Yeah. And it was Jeremy that really, because he is a traveler. Our friend Jeremy does train trips and things like that. And he will do these like 2-day trips. Sometimes he does a 24-hour thing. He doesn't want to carry a bunch of stuff on him. And so if you don't use the packing cubes for that, he's going to wind up with another bag, or he's going to want, and so, and that's, I didn't think about the compression part of it. To me, it was like, oh, it's just a pouch, but it's not just a pouch. It's compressing, and it's actually, creating more space for you. But, look, to each his own. If it works for you and you don't forget things, right, that's probably the best thing for you. But I wouldn't say just because you've always done something the same way that you should continue doing it. You're never going to try something new if you don't, and experience something new, like packing cubes, Sam.
Calm down.
This is why Sam likes to travel alone, I think.
If it would make you happier, you can lend me a cube this summer, and I will try it.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.